Mouse Mischief is an excellent way to engage students and promote collaborative learning in your classroom. Mouse Mischief integrates nicely into Microsoft PowerPoint as an additional menu tab. This makes it easy to learn how to use, as you will already be familiar with Microsoft Office. What's more, you don't need to purchase expensive hardware to set up your classroom for Mouse Mischief. All you need are some extra mice and a USB hub. Using Mouse Mischief, you can insert polls, questions, or even drawing activity slides into your lessons by using these commands at the top in the menu tab here. This will allow students to actively participate by using their own mouse to click, circle, cross out, or draw answers on a shared screen. Let's take a look at Microsoft Mouse Mischief in action. Before beginning a Mouse Mischief lesson, make sure that the USB hub you're using is plugged into your computer and connected to all the mice you will need. Once you are ready to begin, you can open your prepared slide, which I have already done, and simply click the Play Slideshow icon on the Mouse Mischief menu tab. Then PowerPoint will automatically prepare your slides for use in Mouse Mischief. As you can see, Microsoft Mouse Mischief guides you through to the setup. As a teacher, you are first required to identify your mouse by moving it into the box and pressing Enter. You have a choice as to whether you would like students to play individually or as a team. You can enable collaborative learning with team mode, where the students will need to work together to agree on an answer before it can be selected. With individual mode, you will require a mouse per student, and each student involved will have an opportunity to respond to a question, a poll, or a drawing activity. Today, we're going to look at individual mode. On this screen, the students need to identify their mice. I am currently using 2 mice that are plugged into my USB hub. Mouse Mischief automatically detects these and assigns bright, visually distinguishable icons for each mouse to make it easy for students to recognise which cursor is theirs. Each student is then required to click the centre of the box to identify their mouse. Up here, in the top right-hand corner, we have a handy tracking tab, which shows the teacher whether all students have identified their mice. When the teacher is ready to commence the lesson, they use this navigation toolbar at the bottom to move on to the next slide. Here, they might do some direct teaching on types of angles and move on to the next slide. Then they might use this clickable poll to test the student's understanding. Here's where the true interactivity begins. As you can see, we have the 2 mice icons that we established earlier as 2 students in our class. They now have an opportunity to respond to this question as to whether this is in fact an obtuse angle. They can both move around and navigate towards the answer that they would like to select. Within Mouse Mischief, there is also a useful pause tool, which is found down here on the navigation toolbar. It looks like a stopwatch. At this point, the students were going for 2 different answers, so the teacher might choose to pause the lesson to stop them from responding. The teacher can then use this opportunity to question the students on their reasoning for selecting a particular answer. The teacher could then reactivate the poll, and the students would be free to rethink their answers, and then click the one they think is correct. After they've clicked, a tracking box comes up that shows you which mouse responded to which answer. It also shows you who the first student was to answer correctly. This could transform a classroom into an exciting interactive game show if the teacher were to award points or rewards, making it a very fun and engaging lesson. Mouse Mischief also has an add drawing activity feature that lets students draw to demonstrate their understanding of certain concepts. This slide was created by using the Add Drawing Activity feature on the Mouse Mischief toolbar within PowerPoint. Each student can select a colour and draw with their mouse. Here, we're asking them to draw their idea of what an obtuse angle looks like. With all 6 boxes being completed, what better opportunity is there for the teacher to provoke a discussion to compare and contrast the different representations the students have given? With Mouse Mischief, you're no longer in a situation where you have to wait for raised hands. You can immediately see your students' answers on a shared screen. In terms of facilitating social learning through collaboration, what better, more engaging tool is there?